Welcome back to the channel. It is getting about that time. Crappie should start moving up shallow, and I have seen, you know, they're very, very sparse, but I've seen a couple here and there, and I just mowed like 2 days ago, and I need to do it again. But anyway, in this little adventure, we are going to hit multiple spots that I have found crappie at and see what they're doing. If they're there, if they ain't, you know, figuring out what's what. So let's get on the road and find some crappie, because I'm jonesing bad for some fall crappie bites. That's just all there is to it. Fish. Hell, I ain't even started reeling. I just let it fall to the bottom. Feels pretty good. What the hell is this? Ah, it's a bass fish. Chill, 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 chill. Well, we didn't get skunked. Let's get you back. But hopefully y'all can kind of see it there. That's our swim bait and underspin that I caught on. It's a little 6 cents Divine swim bait, 3.2 inch on there. I believe that is the 3/0 underspin head, something like that. But yeah, I just dropped it to the bottom. And I guess he picked it up on the fall or something along those lines. Is it what we came for? Yes, it is. Jeez. First good crappie of the year under this bridge. That one's ever been at 10, 11 inches. Let's get it back. We're also not here to keep crappie. We're just kind of scouting. Seeing if they're in here, but 1/32 ounce ball head, chartreuse, sparkly gold. Got you. Well, chill out, spasmatic. That's a little red breast. I really wish this bank right here was stepped a little bit so that I can actually get down there. Let's get you back. But yeah, I'm just kind of riding around from a couple of spots up here and seeing where the crappie are, what they're doing, what they're not doing, if they're not there, and all that jazz. And the river here has dropped significantly since the last time I was here. It's like gone down probably another 1.5 to 2 feet in the last couple of days. And this is all post Hurricane Helen by going on 2 to 2.5 weeks now, something along those lines. Oh crap. I actually need to be on the other side of this tree if I'm going to fish, you know, this side or that side of it. It'd be a lot easier. Another little red breast. But yeah, this ain't one of my main crappie spots, but I have, you know, caught about 30 in one day out of this one little pocket right here. It was just a fluke, more or less. What am I supposed to do with you? Huh? You just about snapped my rod here. I need one of them rods that's made for like Goliath grouper for a fish this size. Which brings me to a question. If any of y'all have ever fished for Goliath grouper, I know there's people out there that have. What is like that? It looks like a PVC pipe or a clear PVC pipe that's fixed to the bottom side of a rod. I guess to support the bend or keep it from bending or something. I don't know. I see it on a lot of shark rods also. Like, what's the deal with that? This water is fairly clear, but see, dadgummit, I don't know if y'all can see that or not, if it would focus, but on these B&M just ball head jigs you can get at Walmart, where it curls back around to the shank, there's almost always a gap right there that your line can slip through, and I've had that happen several times on these jig heads. Other than that, these are awesome freaking jig heads. I've handled some pretty good sized fish on them, but I've had quite a few, especially since I had to restock or buy a new jig head box and restock it from losing my other one. The ones that or the B&M jig heads that I put in that one, or this one I should say, have had quite a few of those gaps. Beast. I'll just screenshot my other one. And in case you're wondering why I take pictures of every fish I catch, I have a logbook. And whenever I go fishing, I just take a picture of what I catch. And when I update my logbook, I delete the photos from my phone. I've been doing that for, well, since about 2017. And it's just second nature now. I really just do it and not even really think much about it. Alright, what color do I want to put on here this time? You know what, let's go with a color I don't really have a lot of confidence in. Like, all of these, like this one, all of these, the craws, the red ones and black ones, and then the pink ones I have confidence in. But all of these right here are just colors I don't have confidence in when it comes to trout magnets. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to crimp that hook keeper or bait keeper because I don't need it. That little bit of a collar right there is plenty to hold a grub on. Plus, I honestly don't like jigs with collars. Alright, there we go. Got one on the color I don't use that often. Just a plain yellow one. You know, that's something I'm trying to do, is break myself from using colors I have confidence in and use ones that I don't, and that way I can build that confidence with those baits. Another gill. We ain't gonna give her too much longer just cause it's getting so late. That and the bite's already dying off. I'll probably pick up tomorrow at another spot and see what the fish are doing there. Well, got something, yeah. Another, well, no, that's the new species for the afternoon. A little red ear. I don't know how well y'all can tell that because how the camera ain't really picking up light. But I just felt one little tick and figured that one didn't get it. We're going to give it about 10 more minutes and then call her quits for this evening. I've got 2 other places in mind tomorrow that I want to look at. And if they're any kind of clear, kind of like this is, which y'all probably can't tell right now because of being so dark, should be in good shape for at least a couple of fish. All right, we're back. And I'm going to start out where we left off yesterday up here at this little culvert. And the problem that we're going to be dealing with this afternoon is all this wind. Like this is, I guess, the remaining wind off of Hurricane Milton, which came through, what was that? Which came through Florida last night, unfortunately. So there's a lot of bad stuff going on down there. But anyway, I want to change it up to a little bit bigger jig head because there's part of this little pocket that I can't really reach with what I've got. So I'm going to see if there's any crappie at all in here. Again, not looking for particular size or anything, just looking to see where the crappie are right now, if anywhere really. It is about that time that they should be moving up shallow into some of these spots. So yeah, not going to do any catch and cook with them, just looking to see where they're at. And I'm going to try to hit a couple of places. So we're only going to spend about 45 minutes here at the most. All right, well, I've got a 1/64 ounce on. We'll throw it around for a couple of minutes. Now, like y'all seen yesterday, we're more than likely going to catch a shitload of bluegill doing this, because a little bit of everything's moving up shallow, and right off the bat, first cast. Yeah, that's a nice one, I guess. But yeah, there's going to be bluegill mixed in with them, so there's nothing we can really do about that. I actually saw several bluegill come up and attack that when I casted. Alright, second spot. Not expecting a whole heck of a lot from here, but you don't ever know. The first spot I ended up leaving just because I was getting fairly creative with words because of snags and stuff like that. Like, yep, I've had enough. And there is that last cast. Now, this was looking a lot nicer down here, but people have chose to start dumping trash again. And in this thing, I'm glad I picked it up because I probably would have backed over it. Let me put my rod up here first. And I'm gonna have to kind of look over the road here before I back out or turn around because of this. You know, I seen this thing laying there. Figured, it's thumbtacks. No, that's all like 3-inch nails. So I'm taking all these out, and actually, you know what? Screw it. I'll just put the whole thing in the back of my vehicle because I could use the nails, and I'll just get rid of that thing. Well, we are at the third or fourth something, I don't know which spot. And yeah, the first fish we caught earlier is only one so far that we can count toward our little exploration here. But I noticed something. I ain't been back here in a while. All these bigger rocks like right here didn't used to be this high up on the bank. So it has apparently flooded much worse than I thought, because this tree wasn't here, all that stuff over there. Somebody left a cast net. Pretty pathetic. But yeah, all these rocks right here were not here. Oh. Probably ain't gonna catch squat here because that's just how it's been today. But I've got one more spot in mind that I'm going to check out. That is, if I don't just say heck with it and go back to the spot where we caught the crappie yesterday. Because right now it's not even about trying to find the crappie. It's just catching some friggin' fish. I've only got a couple of bites here and hadn't even seen any life or sign of life besides those couple of bites. And one carp that I saw, well, a couple of fish splashing over there, but one carp next to where I was parked at. But that was about it. In case you're wondering, my jig head box here is a Busby Colony 8. Just a little small, like, I think it's 2" by 2" squares, and then a 2" by, I think, 4" squares on the end. You can customize however you want. I just wanted something small, waterproof, that, you know, I could put a couple of hard baits in and just whatever stuff that I had tied up, and just change out something else. I just put it in that one little pocket. But yeah, that's where I keep all my jig heads. What do we have? Hey, is that what I came here for? That is exactly what I came up here for. You will stop. Well, it's not a big one, but it's the right paint job. I had to steal that line from a buddy out around the Chattanooga area. Go check his channel out. I'll leave it here on the screen. But got us a little fun-sized black crappie. I honestly thought that was a bluegill at first, because that one was a little bit more spastic. Well, we got something. Ain't big at all, but it's something. And we need something. Little Gillikin McGee. Yeah, I'm not... I'm past trying to find the crappie now. I just need a couple of fish for a video. Like, when I'm not catching a bunch of fish, like if I've got a couple, like throughout the whole trip, I'm trying to think of how I can turn that into a video. And that's not where I wanted to cast. What am I supposed to do with you? I can't even count you because it hooked you from the outside to the inside of your mouth. But world record green sunfish. I mean, really? I'm gonna get a picture of that, but not from my logbook, because since it hooked it from the outside to the inside, I personally can't count it. Fish. Not what we came up here for, but it'll... Well, I don't think that little bass... I think my foot's wet. I don't think that little bass could go much farther up underneath that, so... I've only got the one battery down here with me, so we're just going to fish until this battery is dead. Well, I mean, we found a couple of fish. Definitely a slow day. Definitely not going to find or try to find another spot because it's just too late in the day for it. Another fish. Stay on. Well, we lost the bass, but we got our other buddy old pal that I ain't caught one of in a while. Warmouth sunfish. That one's kind of stunted. He's real short, but he's tall. He's tall from belly to back for his length. But I have 2% left on this battery. Gotta get the document. Let's get you back, and we're gonna call her quits. And in case you're wondering why I take pictures of all the fish I catch, which I try to trim out the picture taking part of it, so if you see that quick little blip transition type thing, that's what that is. But I take pictures of all my fish because I have a logbook, and the easiest way for me to remember exactly what I caught on what date is just take a picture of it. And then when I update my logbook, I delete the pictures from my phone. That way I don't have a bunch of fish pictures, which I still have a bunch of fish pictures, but they're all like PBs or some of my biggest of whatever various species. But stuff like, you know, bluegills and stuff, unless they're a monster like a bluegill or PB bluegill or something like that, I don't keep them on my phone. So anyway, I'm gonna get my stuff. We'll see you back at the vehicle. The carp are still in here. Maybe one day I'll target them, but pretty much like right there at the end of my finger, there's one kind of digging around in the mud. And that's actually a pretty good sized carp. Actually, there's another one or two there with him. This little spot right here next to where I park at usually is pretty full of carp anyway. But I kind of gave up on the trying to catch the crappie part. I mean, they're either here or they ain't. I went to 4 or 5 different spots since yesterday, and that's not even touching the number of places that I've got that I can target crappie at. And I just picked up another one that I knew about, but I didn't know about. But I was told about it by somebody that fishes the area. I was like, well, I've been there before, but I never fished it for crappie. But anyway, finally caught a couple of crappie. Now, 2 doesn't say a whole heck of a lot about anything really, but 2 is more than I've caught in any of these spots over the last couple of months. So that's better than nothing for sure. And we caught a decent mess of fish. Anyway, this outro is going on a little bit longer than I want it to, but we're going to try to we're going to try to check out a couple more spots over the next day or two and see if we can find some more crappie, because I am itching and I'm jonesing for that fall crappie bite. I miss my crappies. How many times have I said crappie in this video? Somebody go back and count, because I'm not going to. Just joking, but you know, if you want to. Outro going on long enough. Hope you like the video. We'll see you in the next one. You know, I've started to get my vehicle and drive off. I might need that.